Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Depersonalization, derealization. What are we talking about? Can I get a hello there? Recently, I got a load of questions about depersonalization and derealization. Now, you're probably thinking, what is that? Hundreds of thousands of people are dealing with this, and all you can say is, what is that? Let me share with you a little story, because when I was 14, I experienced some of the symptoms of depersonalization and derealization. What is it? In the 19th century, you had the Swiss philosopher and poet Frederick. He wrote in his journal, "I feel detached from society." He questioned himself to ask, am I going mad? Fast forward, this is what a lot of people are asking right now on the planet. I'm here to let you know, don't worry about it. You're not crazy. You're doing just fine. Now, many people who have the symptoms of depersonalization say they feel detached, they feel alienated, isolated, they feel as if they don't belong in this world. So it can be a very difficult problem for a lot of people. They feel as if the whole of life is one dream. They're in a movie, a cartoon. Derealization. Everything around them seems fake. Life is strange, weird. And many of these people don't feel they can talk to anybody because they fear, going back to fear, being called crazy. When I was 14, what was I doing? Yeah, I was quite vain. I was staring in the mirror. But not because I wanted to admire myself, no. I was doing this. Oh my gosh. Oh my days. Oh, what? Is that me? Me. And that is a classic symptom of derealization, where it's almost as if you are having an out-of-body experience. You are not in your body. You are a watcher of your body. And that can be very frightening for so many people. But in actuality, there is nothing to fear. And that's what I realized. That's what helped me become my greatest version. Now, before I share with you how I recognized and healed from depersonalization and derealization, let's go back. Oh yeah. In ancient times, in the Indus Valley, when they were raising their chakras and stuff, they were also realizing, wait a minute, is this reality? What is reality? I don't know. They talked of Maya, how everything was energy. Everything was an illusion. Everything was transient. There was no one reality. There were many realities together. Now, depersonalization. Let's break down the etymology of the words. D, remove. Personalization, going back to person, going back to persona, the Greek, mask. So you are now taking off your mask. That is going to be terrifying. Don't do that. Derealization. You are now removing reality. What is real? What is reality? Reality is a collective agreement held by the consensus reality. So many people who are going through these symptoms, and it's a lot of people, feel like the world around them is fake. They feel like they don't fit in. So I felt the same way. Let me share with you what helped me along my journey. I realized one very important secret. That is, resistance makes stronger. I've heard so many people say, so many, I want to be normal. I want to be normal. And because we desire it so much just to fit in, we actually are neglecting this sign, which may be our greatest strength. When I started to embrace that actually I'm not like everybody else, I'm different. This is not Thriller, by the way. What happened? I started to embrace my uniqueness. I started to love myself 100%. The great thinker Krishnamurti said, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society." What is real? Just like in the Matrix, reality is nothing more than electrical signals interpreted by your brain. So, in dealing with depersonalization, in dealing with derealization, what helped me along my journey was to realize that I had to embrace, I had to own my weirdness. Because yes, low serotonin, low dopamine, low acetylcholine, all of these things can influence our mood. Serotonin helps us feel better. So then you've got to go into what are you eating? Because the moment I started to eat a more plant-based diet, it did wonders. Bananas, tryptophan, now you're producing bucket loads of serotonin. Dopamine, which is closely related to pleasure. Doing things you love produces a lot of dopamine. Many people who have depersonalization, derealization, they're not doing sometimes enough of what they love because they're caught up in anxiety. They're caught up in worry. They're caught up in fear. They're caught up in doubt. So what I realized along my journey is that I had to start looking at what was making me anxious. What was making me afraid? That's the biggest thing in the world. What is making you afraid right now? Because once you address your fear and then your anxiety, you realize that it's all about loosening up. What helped me along my journey was having a sense of humor. I realized that it was all a big joke, and that moment was my awakening. I'm not trying to fit into this crazy world. Good gracious, hell no. I am connecting with fellow co-creators to create a whole new world. And that's why life is so beautiful right now, because I have accepted it. I've accepted myself. I'm not rejecting myself. When you embrace yourself, when you embrace your vision, you're not here to experience reality like anybody else. You are not crazy. You are beautiful. When you realize that, you become powerful beyond measure. When you find your community, which is the greatest way to heal from depersonalization and derealization. We're not meant to be alone. We are social beings, baby. Come on. Let's get dancing, partying, whatever it is. That's what we're all here to experience together. But once again, if you're so caught up in fitting in with a frequency not in alignment with yours, then once again, that turns into self-hatred. When you move to a frequency in alignment with yours, that turns into self-love. Meditation does wonders. Mindfulness meditation. Lots of us, we're caught up in our thoughts, in our mind. I got a story for you, another one. Imagine a whole group of people living in their mind and one person in that group living in their heart. The person in their heart would feel like the people in their mind have gone crazy, but also they might feel like they have gone crazy. That's what we're dealing with here. Now imagine a whole group of people living in their heart space and one person in the group living in their mind. The person in their mind would feel like they're all crazy, but they may not feel they are crazy. You see? So listen to what I'm saying here. When you talk of depersonalization, when you talk of derealization, it is a heart sign that your heart is opening, because you feel the world around you is crazy, but you also feel that you are going crazy because you are very sensitive. So now a heart sign means you have to start nurturing your heart space. That's what I had to do. I had to start taking a look within. You've got to become grounded, become centered, start breathing deep, start becoming at one with the moment, what I call at one with the universe. And that's what helped me along my journey. But just remind yourself, you are not crazy. You are, what are you? Brilliant. Have a wonderful day. We are here. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.